stairway, it makes weird noises when you walk up and down it, and we would hear those noises all the time, and there'd be nothing there. And this happened all the time. What was that?
I heard that.
What was it?
Just try and grab it the best you can. Yeah, go. Quick. Anything?
Listen. Nope.
Hello people. Today, in a new video, we're looking at moments so strange, they'll make you pause and scratch your head, because things that we are about to show you are super bizarre. From impossible coincidences to chilling footage that can't be explained, these are the clips that blur the line between what's real and what's not. Get ready. This one's seriously unsettling.
This thing is so weird. Can you understand me? What?
This clip was filmed at one of the most haunted places in America, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Captured back on 19th of October 2009, the footage shows an early morning scene near Triangular Field, about half a mile away. At first glance, everything looks calm. Just mist rolling over the grass. But then, something strange happens. A smoky white figure appears, drifting in and out of sight between the trees. It moves with a strange, almost human rhythm, as though someone's pacing the old battlefield. Locals say this area is soaked in the anguish of the Battle of Gettysburg, where over 50,000 soldiers were, many never identified or buried properly. Some believe the trauma of that day left a permanent mark in the form of energy that still walks the fields. So, what are we seeing here? A trick of light and mist, or fallen soldiers still wandering the place where they drew their last breath? Late one night, a couple set up their camera, convinced something was stalking them through their home. They'd seen movement before, shadows where there shouldn't be any. So this time, they were ready. As the video begins, you can hear the tension in their voices. The man whispers instructions to his partner, Kaylee, telling her to stay close and grab the camera the moment it appears.
She's going to grab the camera and get it up the stairs because there's literally nowhere to go on the stairway. There's no, yeah, you'd hear somebody running up the stairs. There's no other rooms to go in. So, you know what I mean? That's what we're doing. So, I want to get ready, guys. I'm pretty sure.
Or people will again label them for editing the video or cutting it off right away. He knows there's nowhere to run. Just a narrow staircase and a hallway beyond. Moments later, something shifts. A round-shaped shadow-like head appears in the doorway and disappears right as Kaylee scrambled to hold the camera and run after the shadow on the staircase. All the while, her husband guided her to not cover the screen. Proof, they say, that nothing's been edited.
Don't cover the screen, because people say you've cut the video. Yeah. Just try and grab it the best you can. Yeah, go. Quick. Anything?
Nothing. Nope. Nothing.
But then, silence. No figure, no movement. Just a lingering sense that something is there, just out of frame. Watching this clip made me realize the real danger wasn't what they had captured on camera, but probably the thing that didn't appear in front of the lens. This painting looks innocent enough, just a painting of a young boy in tears. But in the 1980s, this artwork gained a reputation that sent chills across Britain. Homes burned to the ground under mysterious circumstances. Yet again and again, one thing remained untouched among the fires: the crying boy painting. The portrait, mass-produced by Italian artist Giovanni Bragolin, was found perfectly intact in over 50 different house fires. Every single time, the walls crumbled, the ceilings collapsed, but the boy's sorrowful face survived. Firefighters began refusing to keep copies in their own homes. One was even quoted as saying he had attended around 15 house fires where everything was destroyed except the painting. Some believed the child in the painting was an orphan whose parents died in a blaze. Others claimed Bragolin had made a deal with the devil, a deal that made his paintings immortal. Eventually, panic spread. On Halloween of 1985, people gathered their copies and burned them all in a single night. Hundreds of them gone. And yet, some survived, still hanging in quiet living rooms, still watching with those tear-filled eyes. So was it a curse or just a fire-retardant material that was used? If you ever came across a painting of a crying boy at a flea market, would you buy it? In the morgue hallway, a lone guard makes his nightly rounds. The cameras watch as he passes each door until a shadow slips into frame. In an instant, it lunges, hooking the guard's foot and dragging him backward across the floor. He kicks free, stumbling to his feet, but there's nothing there, only him in the hallway. Later, the CCTV footage confirms it. A dark shape, faint but deliberate, pulling him toward the darkness before vanishing through the wall. The guard swears he felt its grip. Watching the footage, it is pretty clear that something just emerged out of the air and attacked him. Man, morgues just got more spooky. And here is another instance. In a dimly lit room, Chester and Mike show us what they thought was a dog they'd bought off the dark web. But inside the cage isn't a dog, it's something else. Its skin is pale, almost human-like, and stretched tight over a thin frame. No fur, just raw texture. And to top it all off, it talks. When asked if he understood what they said, it started saying he wants their skin.
This thing is so weird. Can you understand me? What?
Its eyes, black, beady, unblinking, followed them as it shifted with a jerky, unnatural posture. Then it lets out a sound, not a bark, not a growl, but a piercing scream, and the dog goes completely crazy. Man, I would have left everything and made a run for it. This story will blow your mind. In the quiet countryside of North Yorkshire stands the Church of Christ the Consoler, beautiful yet still buried in grief. Built in the late 19th century by Lady Mary Viner in memory of her son, who was killed by bandits in Greece, the church was meant to symbolize love and faith. But decades later, it became known for something far less divine. In 1963, a photograph taken by the church's vicar, Kenneth Lord, showed a tall, cowled figure standing near the altar, its proportions so unnatural that if it were real, it would have stood nearly 9 feet tall. The image divided believers and skeptics alike, earning the nickname the Newbie Monk. Years later, in 1972, an American tourist named David Thompson visited the same church. He took several photos during his visit, unaware of the legend that already surrounded it. When he returned home and developed the film, one image stopped him cold. Standing beside the church wall was a dark, transparent figure, arms bent, head missing. David swore the church had been empty when he was there. For decades, that photo was forgotten, until 2018, when his sister found it while sorting through his things. David, then in hospital fighting cancer, confirmed the story. What's strange is that he never mentioned the earlier ghost photo. It's likely he never even knew about it. 2 photographs, taken nearly a decade apart. Both were capturing something no one could explain. Whether a trick of the light, a double exposure, or something far stranger, the Church of Christ the Consoler remains a place where faith, love, and mystery all come together. Late at night in a Brampton hospital, a 27-year-old woman lies surrounded by the hum of machines. Takeshi Makiti was declared brain dead weeks ago, yet her body still moves. Her head turns, her arms lift, her legs shift. movements that, by all medical accounts, should have stopped days after death. Her family filmed everything, whispering her name, swearing she reacts to their touch. But to physicians, these aren't signs of life, just spinal reflexes, the body's final sparks after the mind has gone dark. Even the experts admit it's rare.
She's moving her entire body. She's not just moving the lower half. She's moving her head, she's moving her arms, she's moving her legs, her feet, everything. So yeah, definitely.
Such reflexes shouldn't last more than 72 hours. And yet, she continues. Now, her family fights for a third injunction to keep her on life support. To them, these motions are proof she's still here. To the court, they're just signs of someone long gone. Watching her move, though, makes me think if she truly is dead. This one started as something innocent, just a strange reflection outside the window. The uploader thought it was an owl, perched quietly in the dark, watching. Its round, glowing eyes, very still, until he checked the doorbell camera. What he saw wasn't an owl at all. The figure had a human shape, standing unnaturally still, wearing what looked like an owl mask. No movement, no sound, just staring, and in a split second, the figure vanished. Thinking it was gone, he went to check, but when he checked the footage, the next camera on the top floor window lit up. The owl-eyed mask was there again, watching from above. According to the homeowner, this had been going on for a week now. The figure would come and stare for hours, doing nothing. The stalker would just study him and observe the surroundings. No sign of how it got there, no footsteps, no door opened. Just a silent presence moving from window to window, as if it knew exactly where to look next. Whether it was a person, a prank, or something else entirely, no one knows. But the way those unblinking eyes followed every movement makes me feel one thing. Even if you close the curtains, he would still find his way in. Few shows have captured the raw fear of the paranormal like Ghost Adventures. In this compilation of their most haunting encounters, Zach Bagans and his crew face moments that blur the line between the living and the dead. Deep beneath Edinburgh, they descend into the underground vaults, sealed inside until sunrise. The tunnels breathe with centuries of dread. Zach calls out to a violent spirit known as Mr. Boots.
Alright, well, we're down in the vaults now. Our lockdown has begun, and right now we're going to begin our investigation. You guys know flashlights, let's just walk around. We came in here, did a walkthrough earlier. We had a lot of activity then, so now it's time to continue off of that, and it's time for me to keep my promise.
Moments later, their lights flicker, meters spike, and then a glowing orb darts past his neck, as if something unseen had answered.
We heard that you don't like big shiny lights shining in your face. Are you over there? You don't like lights being shined in your face, do you? Are you over here? How's that feel? Are you the one, Mr. Boots, that you've been attacking everybody, scratching people, harming people?
In Oklahoma, the team enters the home of Darren Evans, the man who summoned the demon Zozo through a spirit board. The air feels charged. Footsteps echo above them, and Darren recounts seeing his daughter dragged toward the basement by an invisible force.
This stairway, it makes weird noises when you walk up and down it, and we would hear those noises all the time, and there'd be nothing there. And this happened all the time. What was that?
I heard that.
What was it?
At Manresa Castle, faint laughter drifts through the halls. A woman's voice cuts through their spirit box, sharp and unmistakable. The entire crew freezes.
This is Manresa Castle in Port Townsend, Washington. It is a real castle. It has the dark history of a castle. It has the ghosts of a castle. And it's about to have the appropriate paranormal investigators to find those ghosts and talk to them. Let's do that.
It feels like the barrier between worlds has cracked open. Inside Goldfield High School, their devices guide them toward a chilling discovery: a buried child. The words "female" and "buried" whisper through the static, sending shivers down every spine. And the craziest of all, in a clown-filled motel room, one doll's hand moves on its own.
Let's do that.
The life-size clown doll's left hand just moved off of its lap. I try to debunk that this was caused simply by my footsteps, but right here you can see me standing absolutely still while this doll's hand moves. Whether this was caused by gravity, ghosts, or this possessed doll, I don't care. I'm done.
Zach doesn't breathe. He doesn't move. Yet the figure does. But the darkest moment comes inside Hole Prison, where a scream erupts from an empty cell, raw, human, and echoing long after the sound cuts off. Each encounter leaves behind the same question. Are these entities of the past, or something that just hasn't crossed to the other side? In a Brazilian morgue corridor, the fluorescent lights can be seen flickering overhead. Two security workers walk carefully down the hallway, as if they are being cautious of something. As they inch forward, the camera catches an unnatural glow at the far end of the hall, a red-hued figure, just visible in the frame, peeping in and out of view. The lights keep on flickering, on and off, but whatever it was kept on peeping. Watching the grainy footage, no one can deny it was an entity of some sort. What was it looking at? Maybe the restless souls of all those who are brought over there. This video takes us to the dark building of Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Inside, Ryan and Shane from BuzzFeed Unsolved walk through endless halls where peeling paint and rusted gurneys tell stories of the long-forgotten past. What began as a tuberculosis ward in the early 1900s became a monument of tens of thousands are said to have died here, their bodies sent down a 500-foot body chute to avoid frightening surviving patients. Every hallway feels heavy with echoes, doors slam, whispers carry, and shadow figures are rumored to drift along the walls. When the duo explores room 502, the heart of the hospital's haunted legend, they share stories of two nurses who tragically there. One said to have hanged herself after a forbidden affair, and the other when she was pushed to her from the balcony. As the investigators settle in, Ryan swears he hears a woman's whisper brush past him.
What are you talking about?
Are you serious? You didn't hear that?
I didn't hear anything.
I heard a whisper.
No, you didn't hear a whisper.
I swear to God, I heard a whisper.
You know, there's a lot of wind moving around right now.
Nope.
What did the whisper say?
I don't know.
His reaction does seem legit. Later, a rubber ball mysteriously rolls down the corridor, the supposed toy of Timmy, a spirit child said to still wander the third floor. The sound of it bouncing in the dark and then bouncing again, after it should have stopped, shocks them. By morning, none of them had slept. Their laughter to me seems like a way to disguise the fear they were feeling. One of them was still convinced he heard the other brushing it off with a smirk. Whether haunted by ghosts or imagination, one thing is for sure. You are never alone in Waverly Hills. In this clip, a homeowner speaks casually into the air, addressing something unseen, sheepishly asking a friendly ghost, Jeffrey, to close the door. For a moment, nothing happens. Then, slowly, the door begins to move. It swings shut on its own, the latch clicking into place with eerie precision.
Jeffrey, close the door. He ain't listening today. I don't know what he's doing. There you go.
The man laughs it off as the ghost obeys his command. No wind, no wires, just a quiet house and a spirit that listens when called. Jeffrey seems to know exactly when to listen in. I mean, we could all use a friendly ghost like this. Imagine standing in your kitchen late at night, filming a TikTok, or maybe just recording the rain outside when you notice something behind the glass. At first, it looks like a reflection, a trick of the light, but then it moves, slowly, intentionally. There, just beyond the window, someone is standing. Blank expression, eyes locked on you. They don't flinch when you turn the camera toward them. They just watch, patient, silently, as if they've been waiting for you to notice. Well, that is exactly what went down with this uploader, as they casually posted a video showing someone looking into the house directly at them. This security camera footage was recovered from a quiet home in Ohio, one night after a strange man appeared outside the door at 2:41 a.m. Just a minute later, he came back, but this time, he was already inside. The footage shows him walking slowly down the hallway, head tilted slightly toward the camera, his eyes locked on the lens. Then, in a low, menacing voice, he says, "Did you miss me?"
Did you miss me? You shouldn't have watched.
A strange thing to say when you break into someone's house, no? Then his grin widens, uneven, jagged teeth glinting in the camera, and just like that, the video cuts to black. When the homeowner found the recording the next morning, the front door was still locked from the inside, but the man was gone. Our next story is on the Mckame Manor, a haunted house that is famous as an extreme horror experience. Lori B., a survivor, recorded herself in a hotel room. She had blood on her face and her lip torn, staring into the camera. Her voice is breathless as she warns people not to come to Mckame Manor. It is terrifying. It felt like whatever she had endured would follow her for life. There have been many clips leaked of the supposed haunted house, which makes it more of a torture house. The owner, Russ Mckame, can be seen blindfolding participants and throwing them in nasty water right after the participants suffered open wounds from being dragged by a vehicle. Others are seen gagged, forced to crawl through mud and taunted by unseen voices in the dark. There's no sign of a stage or safety crew, just fear, pain, and a man filming every second. Mckame Manor claims to be an extreme horror experience, but to many who've been inside, it feels more like real torture disguised as entertainment. Complaints from former participants have flooded online, calling it abusive, manipulative, and psychologically scarring. Petitions to shut it down have gathered thousands of signatures, and authorities in Tennessee have even launched investigations into its practices. Apparently, there is a 40-page waiver you have to sign before going into the house, so that no blame comes to the owner, and videos show him distracting participants before signing the contract. Watching the footage, you realize it's not the jump scares or monsters that haunt people. It's what's real. And at Mckame Manor, the line between performance and cruelty has long been erased. I personally do not understand why someone would voluntarily put themselves through this. That's all for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe because we have more crazy videos coming your way.